Extravagant.
Unexplainable.
Sensational.
Unforgettable.
Mad.
Calm. Kissing the black stone.
It was when we were in Mecca. Alhamdulillah, we made it to the front row. And I remember I just looked to my right and to my left and I noticed, subhanAllah, some of these brothers were living a very, very mad life. And now they are in the front row at the Kaaba. I mean, they are in front of every Muslim praying in the entire world.
Okay, so there's a lot of things, but one thing I'll definitely mention, which was amazing, is when you first see the Kaaba. There's nothing like it.
I can't forget Mount Uhud. The climb on Mount Uhud was something that you can never forget, man.
The actual Umrah experience itself, it was just beautiful for me because it was my first time and I was going with the brothers. It was just amazing.
But there was so many, there were so many good parts. It's hard to just pick it out of me, you know what I'm saying? When I first walked into the Haram when I was in Mecca, I think that was like a life, subhanAllah, that shocked me, man.
Seeing the Kaaba for the first time is truly amazing. You know, you've seen it online, you've seen it, you know, people tell you stories about it, but seeing it yourself for the first time, nothing compares.
It was all easy going, you know, there was no old folks. Alhamdulillah, it was all shabab, couple of the brothers who were from my area, you know, and also, you know, brothers Imran, Saad, Abu Bakr. It wasn't no stress, you know, it was more chilled out.
You go with people who are the same age as you, that you can relate to in life, that you probably had the same life experiences, people that are on the roads and that's been through what you went through, and how you can relate back to them.
We were free to do ibadah, we were free to see things and whatnot. We had activities that were catered around us and not around adults. We all wanted to do the same thing.
Main benefit is that you can share like the whole experience with your brothers, alhamdulillah. Like, I went with a couple guys from my area as well, alhamdulillah. It was phenomenal, man. You can go home together, you know what I'm saying, alhamdulillah, carry on your journey together. With the Mandem as well, it's like when you go with people like your age group and your type of background, alhamdulillah, it's quite easy to get along.
Being similar ages, we have same, you know, stories, same background. So we were able to relate, you know. A lot of the brothers, they just came off the road, so they were able to relate with each other, you know, trying to change and stuff like that.
You got to remember, the family is always for the family, it's never for yourself. Do you understand? This time it was just a different vibe, it was just a different energy. In all honesty, there's no better Umrah experience out there for anyone who's coming from the West. I say that with my chest. I'm not saying this from any place of arrogance, whatever have you, but I'm telling you now, there is no better Umrah experience. When I say that, I'm not talking about individual subjective experiences, I'm talking in terms of collectively, generally, everything that we offer, there's no one who offers that.
The brothers that have organised this, the way they structured it in a way where they focus on the ibadah, but at the same time they put activities in there where it's an experience that you can't not forget.
That you're going with a group of brothers that understand your situation. They're going to be vibing with you, for you. Number two, the worship is a big element that we focus on. Do you understand? I remember when we were leaving, Ustad Abdurrahman, he called me and he told me on the phone, he said, listen, when you go with these brothers, don't focus too much on studying, teaching, because you've been teaching them in England for so long. Because focus on them actually implementing that knowledge. Focus on cultivation and tarbiyah. So that was an element. Like what Umrah trip you're going to go on? We're actually marching up and down the hotel corridors, waking everyone up at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, marching to the masjid together, lining up in the front rows of the masjid, the last day of the night, begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them for their sins. You're not going to find that anywhere else.
Alhamdulillah, the brothers that are setting this up as like yourself and all the other brothers, they're very, 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 one thing I'll say, you lot are very, very welcoming. Some people, like, they find it a bit hard to get along with people and like they feel a bit shy maybe. It's very easy to get along with you, like, alhamdulillah, you lot are very organised.
Not only that, we've got private hookups with scholars, man. Sheikh Asma Quruti, Sheikh Al-Albani student, he came all the way to Mecca to see us. He went out of his way and he's coming back again. And it's funny because Sheikh Zulfiqar, who was there, he told me when we were in Medina walking behind the Sheikh, he was saying that Sheikh Al-Albani, whenever he would come to Medina specifically to visit the Sheikh Asim. And now 20, 30 years later, Sheikh Asim is coming to Medina to visit us. And there was so much, come on, like, we were arranging meals in the courtyard for the brothers. We get the students from Medina University to come, spend private time with the brothers. We've got students from Riyadh coming, students from Mecca coming. It was an experience, akhi, man. And this time, inshallah, it's going to be bigger and better, man. Bigger, 5-star hotels on top of that. Come on, 5-star. We have a limited amount open for sisters as well, and the sisters who came on this trip, you know, after getting feedback from them, they thoroughly enjoyed it as well. I mean, there was a sister who had been previously before, and she was like, we never had this kind of an experience. And I'll tell you something, personally, I actually thought to myself, we might have done a disservice to the sisters, because a lot of the things that the brothers were arranging for the brothers, we couldn't do for the sisters. We climbed up Mount Uhud, we did hiking, you know, we couldn't arrange that for the sisters. It was a bit difficult for them to climb the mountain in their jilbabs and whatnot, and it was a bit dangerous, you know. But after actually getting some feedback and whatnot, we found that the sisters loved it. We might not have been able to give them exactly what we gave to the brothers, but what we gave them was more than what anyone else had given them in the past. Most other companies, when they take you, and most other tour guides, when they take you, they don't do nothing for the sisters as it is anyway. Or what they do is very little. Like, we actually did try to tailor make our experience for them regardless. And inshallah, we're going to try our best to make sure it's better for them still. So what are some of the exclusive things that we arrange for the sisters? We arranged a little party for them, a private sisters party, private exclusive sitting for the sisters and Sheikh Asim, Sheikh Albani student, where the sisters were actually even able to try and get an ijazah from the Sheikh. We arranged a bunch of stuff on that. We took them on a private tour guide, some of the bookstores, a whole bunch of other stuff. The sisters had an amazing time. Them sisters who went on that trip, they left inspired, man. A lot of them, they left inspired. Some of them really left inspired, seek knowledge, started memorizing so much there. Like they had a good time, man.
Yes.
I'm going. Yeah, inshallah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Definitely. I'll definitely go back with Umrah. Definitely, I might be doing Umrah part 7.
No doubt, akhi, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%.
100%. That's not even like a question. Like, I can't even ask me that, bro. That's like 100%. I couldn't see it getting any better, man.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Now that, which you just saw, was an epic Umrah trip. And some of you might be sitting there thinking, subhanallah, we've missed out on all that energy and all that passion and all that spiritual enlightenment. But don't worry, because I've got some amazing news for you. And the news is that inshallah ta'ala in November, we're going to be doing Umrah with the Mandem part 2. This time it's going to be bigger, better, and we're going to be there for longer. 10 days, from the 4th of November to the 15th of November, inshallah ta'ala. If you guys can't make those specific dates, not to worry, because Sunnah Trips, which is the Umrah company with the ones that we went with last time, they're also going to be doing a trip on different dates, inshallah ta'ala, close to the time that we're doing it. And if you can't make it with us, then hopefully you can make it with them. And we'll put their information below as well. Their Instagram is @Sunnah Trips. I've put it at the bottom below, so you can check that out as well, inshallah ta'ala. Hopefully you can make it to one of these 2 trips. We would love to see you guys at the Haramain having an amazing experience. Just know that spaces are limited. Last time when we did the trip, spaces filled up very fast, and this time they expect it to go even faster because people have seen the kind of energy that we produced last time and they're very eager to join us this time. So it's going to be first come, first serve, and the rest, as they say, is history. Inshallah, we see you in Mecca, Medina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.